welcome to the Pink Hair Girl podcast. My name is Sally Jane and this is Rachel.
Hello.
We've had a short break. It's been about 3 weeks.
Maybe a bit of a long break.
Yeah, well, it was my birthday and my friend Sally, Wool Diaries, came to visit me.
Yes.
And then I had an operation and then I was recovering. So, yeah, sorry about the break. But we'll tell you more about Sally's visit a bit later on. Let's get on with the knitting. It feels like ages. I had to try and remember what on earth I had been knitting because seems like so long ago. I couldn't remember where I was on anything. I almost had to go rewatch the last podcast to see where I was. I think I had just started this Cape Point shawl. I think I'd done
about here.
No, I think I'd only just done the first.
No, you're here.
Oh, anyway.
You're done 2 cuts.
Anyway, so this is the Cape Point shawl that's in my book, with very different colours in that one. But I'm doing it for a swap, a magic swap in the South African group. And I chose to go with sort of the theme of magic in the sense of not like fairies and gnomes and all the rest, but magic as in magicians and cards and wands and all of those kind of things with the red and the black theme. So the plan was to do the body with the garter with these colours, changing along, and then to use these colours in the edge, like the pattern is supposed to be. We use the colours in here, but it looked terrible. I will admit, honestly, that these are not my colours. White, red, and grey. Well, black are. In a combination like that are not my colours at all. Not something I would gravitate towards wearing.
I wear white and black.
Yeah, I wear white or cream, the sort of natural colour. I wear grey and black and those sort of things. Very seldom do I wear red. I don't think I actually have anything that's red.
I have one red jersey.
You have a reddish top? I don't know. Anyway, so it's not a colour that I naturally gravitate towards. And then in the combination, it just looked awful. I have taken some pictures. I don't know if I find them on my phone, I'll insert them. I might have deleted them. About how the various combinations worked, and to me it landed up looking like a
granny.
No, it
like one of those very old things. Granny Joan had that very old blanket.
Maybe, but what it looked like to me was like a football colours. Like a school sort of football colours of red, white and black, because if you did the bigger sections, I tried to do like with a white band in between. Then I tried to do just the solid colours and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I pulled this edge out 3-4 times, I don't know. And eventually I settled on actually just carrying on with the same white with the colours in the chevron. I even tried to do the very edge in a different colour and it still looked terrible. So I kept it more towards the white. The person I made it for, I don't know if these necessarily are her colours either, so I thought it's easier to wear something with less red and black in it. When something's really out of your comfort zone, then it's a bit sort of like in your face. But I thought that this actually, like this, I probably would wear this. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, there's one end that I haven't done in because I'm concerned that the bind off is a little bit tight, because when you put it on, the bind off tends to curl up a little bit. You see there.
What were you concerned about?
I think that it should just not do that.
Not do that.
If it's got a little bit more give in the bind off, those things will lie flatter. But I think actually, if you were to wear this with a black coat I just think that it's far more subtle with less red and white. Black and white than
black and red.
Yes, it's more subtle with more white, basically, is the point. So I think that even if you don't necessarily wear a lot of black and red, that in this amount, it's not so bad, actually. Hopefully. I quite like it. Now that it's finished, I quite like it, but it's certainly not. It was a difficult knit because it's not colours I like. So even putting together was difficult for me to kind of think that it was nice. I had to ask Sally a lot. It was actually the geek's idea to carry on with the white through the edge. I was very dubious, but it worked out quite well in the end. So yeah, I left quite a long tail, so I must just redo the bind off.
And you can always.
I thought I did it loose enough, but I haven't done it stretchy enough. Well, no,
You
it's,
could
I
do
did
the
do
very
it.
surprisingly stretchy car.
I could. I should have. I did a very loose normal bind off, and I should have done a stretchy bind off, some sort of a stretchy bind off. Yeah.
One that can go.
Yeah. So
You
it
can
doesn't
do-
pull in on the
You can do
end.
a concertina edge.
So that is my only
Finished
object. So I'm strangling myself with ends here.
We've been
So
very
that's-
naughty. We haven't crafted very much in this.
Well, before I went to hospital, and the overnight before I had the procedure, I had an MRI, and then I waited overnight, and I had the procedure the next day. And that day, I sat on the bed in the hospital and knitted loads. But yeah, after that, I didn't knit quite so much.
I knitted nothing.
You were a bit lazy this time.
Because I didn't have you to push me.
I
You were just
know.
lying down in bed.
I know. So yesterday and Saturday, I said we're podcasting on Monday. You have to do some crafting.
Mum
So-
made me do a full repeat of my shawl.
She was very cross with me. Anyway, so that's my finished object. What else have I? Only one. Hey, I haven't
Only
finished
one.
anything else.
Wait. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, only one. And
You
then
showed the last one on the other.
yeah, the what's not supposed to be a finished object, but almost before we go on to works in progress,
You
is
have-
one kingfisher sock.
It's
What's a partial object?
Yeah.
PO, partial object.
Six.
So this is the kingfisher sock in the kingfisher colorways from Opal Yarns. I did the deeper
I want to call it.
pocket.
I want
pocket-
to call it a heart.
It did look a heart. A pocket, deeper pocket gusset, something. Can't remember heel
Oh, look,
from
you could have it as a
Hexie Puff.
no,
From
a hexie heel.
a Hexie heel from the White Sandy Beaches socks. That's where I got the pattern from, which is very nice and it fits very well. There is only one downside, and that's just me. That's got nothing to do with anything else. Is that I knit the other sock in hospital up to the point where it needs a heel, and I haven't put anything in. Because if it was the Fish Lips Kiss heel, which I know out of my head, I would have just put it in and carried on. And this is what I find about heels that I don't remember, that I need to go and find the pattern or look it up or concentrate, and you've got to do an increase and
Why
then
don't
this
you
and
always
then
do
this.
your fish lips kiss heel?
Well, I just wanted to see, to get it one that, sometimes it's nice to have try out different heels, and also that this particular heel fits very well. So the effort to get it to fit well. So do I just put the Fish Lips Kiss heel in and knit them faster, remembering sometimes just do a few increases on the side, which then doesn't land up fitting too badly at all.
But your other sock has the other heel.
Oh no, not in this one. No, I have to do the same one. That's why I've just not done it. Because I'm at the point, and
And
so
then you-
2 weeks later, whereas like 2 minutes later I would have been finished the Fish Lips Kiss heel. You see, there I am. I'm at the point there where I'm supposed to start. You see,
Well,
I'm
your
at
yarn doesn't
the
really.
point to start the heel.
You could have just started a little bit later.
I
Then you would have
wasn't.
lined
No,
up.
I wasn't.
Then you would have lined up.
No, I wasn't being pedantic.
You
These
could
are-
have.
I didn't want to.
Very close. They could
No,
have.
they're
lined
fine.
up.
They're close enough. They the same colorway. I didn't need them to start in exactly the same place. I'm not that.
And still, they're coming to me. They're belonging in my cupboard.
No, they're not.
Yes, they.
So this is in my still in my bag that Jenny von Socks made me in the last swap, South African swap. So I like this bag. It's very cute.
Wait, Mom, you can make it fly. You can magically knitting fly to you.
So that is the Kingfisher socks. What else have I been working on? I kept it to mostly simple things, really.
What about the aerial?
Yes, I was working on the area. I was trying to think what to show next.
I just helped you.
Yeah, so I'm doing an aerial sweater, which was my.
You
Was it-
started
was
at
it-
the beginning of
No,
the
I know. I can't remember if it was an old Year's Eve cast on or a New Year's Day cast on. Whatever. It was like the 31st of December or the 1st of January. I can't remember which way around. But
it could have been either.
yeah,
It
but
really
you
doesn't
get you
matter.
get the idea. It
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
It was at least 6 months ago.
Yeah. I put it on hold for a while I did some design work. Anyway,
And
so
Mom's been knitting on it now.
I have. It's a bit slow because it's knitted mostly in reverse stocking stitch, and then
And
it's got
pearl.
the
Is it
smocking.
What's smocking?
This kind of pulled in stitch like that.
And isn't the spider where you last showed it?
Yeah, hold on, there, yeah, there's my progress keeper. So that's where I last showed you, and
Are you far?
I've done that, but it is slow knitting though. I mean that represents weeks and weeks of knitting. It is quite slow. I find it quite a slow.
How far are you up the cardigan? Don't you need to start splitting off the arms?
Not quite. You see, now I am, as we've spoken about before, ridiculously tall. So the pattern, if I was following it, said that I should split off when the body measures approximately for my size 16 inches, which is about, I'm just a little bit more than that now. But I measured against one of my favorite tops that I wear, or lengthwise. It's got a really good body length. So I measured this one from under the arm to here, and this is almost 19. So I am adding that extra on because I really do like my tops a bit longer. I cast on, it said you should knit with 0 to 2 inches of positive E, so that's bigger than your own size. So I measured a 36, but I cast on a 40, which is supposed to then be 40 inches round, except it's a bit skinny.
It can be mine!
No. I'm just hoping that when it blocks out a bit bigger. So that's why I'm also making it a bit longer, because as soon as you go sideways, you're going to lose length as well. So I'm going to knit my body.
You need it to block.
So I'm going to knit my body. Well, not quite that much. I know it will relax out anyway. I need it to
fit you.
To be at least 19 inches. So not 16. I'm going for 19 because
I thought you said 6.
16.
But I'm going to 6.
No, 16. But I'm going to 19 because I am ridiculously tall. And I don't like short jerseys at all. I know the kind of style is for it to be sort of just on your hip or whatever. We need a bit longer than that. I don't want it trailing past my bum, but it must be. It must feel long enough.
It looks a bit odd on you if you're tall.
Yeah, I always say that my top and my jeans, whatever, I need to approximate. They need to actually touch. I don't like gaps. There's no cold coming. I'm not having a draft in my middle.
And also, it looks like.
Looks like your clothes shrunk. Yeah, looks like your clothes are too small for you.
But when
people that are small and petite, they can get away with kind of cropped jerseys, not when you're tall. Anyway, so it's your fate in life. Welcome to being tall.
I'm not that tall yet.
Oh, you will be. This yarn is called Vamp Red, and it is from.
Is it abbreviation for vampire red?
I suppose so. And it is from Yarn Stash.
It's very grainy today.
Sorry.
The winter doesn't appeal with our lighting.
Yeah. And this is.
We need to find a different
location. It's a bit more. I'm going to say burgundy, and that's going to sound all wrong. It's not burgundy at all, but it's a bit more.
Lighter, darker maroon.
Anyway.
Maroon.
Anyway, that's going to make it sound wrong. That's how far I am.
But
I'm loving this colour.
But Mom, when I listen to podcasts, I ignore the people when they say what colour it's sort of.
I know, because that's only what they can see. So it doesn't matter what other. Yeah, it doesn't matter what colour they're trying to describe.
And if you ever meet Mom in person, you'll see the correct colour. Yes.
I must admit, whenever I knit on it, everybody comments what a lovely colour it is. So, yeah, it is. It's a very nice, multi-dimensional colour. I really, really like it. And so the jersey, the top, the sweater, is called the Ariel by Brandy Felton, and it's supposed to be like Ariel scales. You know, the mermaid kind of thing. So.
Can't you carry on with the pattern down the sleeves?
No, I don't think I would. I think it looks nice like that. So as you can see, the whole top is then carried on in, this is all reverse stocking stitch. There's a lot of purling. I might actually knit that the sleeves inside out.
That's actually a good idea.
To have less. Because once you've joined in the round there. I couldn't knit the body inside out because the smocking stitch and the...
Smocking stitch.
Do you like that? It didn't work to knit it inside out. So, that's where I am, and I'm really, really hoping to split for the sleeves and get on with that. I'm sure once I've split for the sleeves and I'm just doing normal knitting, that it'll go a lot faster. So, but I actually love the colour, love knitting on it. Don't mind if it takes a bit longer to knit. And this is living in my little owl bag.
From Let Me Guess Sally?
Yes.
It's the tassel, like your gnome bags. I know it's from Sally.
And my handle. So, That's that.
Blanket.
Blanket. Where did I put
I
the
lost
blanket?
mine.
Where did I put the...
Mine I
Oh, dear,
somehow
wait, it's on the
misplaced
ground.
somewhere.
Ooh, sorry, it fell off the couch.
I've misplaced
I
my
have
blanket.
had a newfound love for my blanket, and I
Yes.
have been knitting
Mom's
away
been
on
knitting
it.
on
I
it.
have. The problem with the blanket is that a lot of knitting doesn't look like a lot of knitting on the blanket. So just ignore all the ends, please, because... right, so last time I showed that I checked, and I had done this row here. So I'd done this row underneath.
Oh, what colour is this?
That's something that Elaine sent me. Krimpvarkie. It was the last one I did now in her pack of mini she sent me. So I've got 3 left for a new row. So I've basically done a whole, hold that one there.
No, not
There.
got...
Yeah, so I've done all these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
14, 15, 16.
Yeah. Mine's only 16 wide. I think it's supposed to be 20, and I can't
Add another
decide.
4 on.
Yeah, I can't decide if I should start adding the edge on now, or what. If I should start adding the extra 4 on, or.
Oh, you're making it 20 by 20. Mine is going to be
But-
15 by 20.
That's the plan. See, I don't know if I want it. I don't think it's ever going to go on my bed. That's too.
Ambitious.
I think it's just going to be a couch blanket. You see, and this foot to sit under is wide enough.
I like this
That is
colour.
wide enough.
No, it has to fit 2 people under it. So it has to be 20.
Why?
Because it has to fit 2 people under it.
Why?
Because
But I don't ever let anyone sit next to the
Because
couch
you have
because
to-
my whole couch is covered with knitting stuff. Like
Because
there is a couch which is mine, and they're not allowed to sit on it, and no one ever sits next to you because you'll probably impale yourself on knitting needles. Because
I used to sit on that
there
couch
is-
until Mom claimed that.
yeah, there is just knitting all over that couch, and knitting
Mom needs to
bags.
make
and-
it better. Mom needs to make it so anyone can sit on any
No, I
couch.
So
But Titus often comes and sits on your lap, and then Monster.
if he sits on my lap, then it's fine.
And then the thing goes over you, and you'll have a huge hump of blankets that needs to cover him. So you need to make it 20.
Yeah, I figured out that 20 by 20 was 400 squares. And
Oh,
then if I
mine's
did
only
it,
300
and
squares.
if I did one a day, that was still going to take me more than a year to finish it.
300.
400.
400. How many have you got at the moment?
Only about 112.
100. No, it'll take you. If you do 2 a day, you'll get a. You'll
Yes, I
do
know,
it
but
in
2 a
year.
day actually takes quite long,
2
surprisingly.
a day, do it. You'll have it done by Christmas.
Anyway, so I'm just going to keep going with doing about 1 a day as it is at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. So, somebody did link to the blanket that they used to make it the square one, rather than the jaggedy edge one, which is the one I started out with, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Elaine Krimpvarkie that on Instagram linked to the one that she did. So, yeah. Sock yarn blanket. I knitted on that quite a lot in hospital when I got to the heel of my sock and then had not taken the pattern with me, so I knitted on that. See, it doesn't look like well, for 3 weeks I know it's not a lot of knitting, but it's a lot compared to the time that I actually spent.
You've got 256 squares to do if you're doing it 16 by 16.
Well, no, I thought I would do it 16 by 20. So yeah, don't know. Blanket. And I make my squares. I know the original pattern is 31 stitches. I make mine 41 stitches, just because I think that slightly bigger, actually, it's a bit more of a, seems to go fast or something. I don't know. I just like the bigger squares. The other ones seem very, very small.
320 squares.
320 squares left that I need to do. Well, 320.
How many have you got at the moment?
112-ish, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. Right, so that was that, and I think that's everything that I have been knitting on. Not a lot, sorry, and everything that you've all seen before. Nothing even very exciting. So sorry about that.
208.
So I can't even finish by the end of the year. There's not 208 days left in the year. If we're halfway already. Oh well. quite nice. It's motivating now because it's winter in South Africa, so it's cold. So it's quite motivating now to knit on it because I can put the blanket
On your lap.
over me. Yeah, I can actually use the blanket as a blanket for half the time while I'm knitting on it. What are you working on?
These.
Your socks, still.
I only picked them up for the podcast. I've done like one row since I last saw you. Not even something worth showing. Maybe about there since I last showed you. So not very far.
And what else have you been working on?
Well, they look stripy now. Look, they've started
stripy.
striping. I still don't know whether I should claim these for me.
Well, that's okay. You just measure where you want to put your heel.
No, it's past where my heel should be. They're going to be yours. Pass me your kingfisher.
For my 50th birthday.
Fine. Where's your sock? Pass your sock.
Yeah, but you need to measure on a fish lips kiss.
No, but just pass your sock here. I just want to see.
I don't know where it is now.
In Sally Wool Diaries, one episode, I don't know what number it is. I didn't look. She challenged me to take out all my whips and to show them on the podcast.
Well, she actually changed it to show a photo. She said she didn't want to embarrass you, so she just had
Embarrass me.
You just had to take a photo. So I said, no, you actually didn't mind.
I was going to show all of them.
Yeah, so I said you don't mind showing them.
I'm not somebody who prides myself on very little whips.
Why did she make you show all your whips?
Because I said she's the one famous for having less whips, and then you ended up having less whips than her.
Okay. So then she said, oh, well, let's talk about Rachel's whips. So that's one.
So, and now let me just show what I've been working on. So I've got one for the pile.
Okay.
I brought everything. This is the Seeds of Change shawl by Clothesline Designs. And it takes me a long time because it's got the pattern on it.
Rachel's learning to read a chart. Doing this.
Then it needs to be blocked out, but once it's blocked, these turn into little points of the legs.
And you using nurturing fibers for that?
Nurturing fibers.
Peace rose, I think.
Yeah, it's a rose.
Peace rose. And as I say, yeah, Seeds of Change. It's just a sideways garter stitch shawl with a lace
and it looks like this
edge.
In my bag.
And she's learning to read a chart. There's a very simple chart, and so she's learning to read a chart and do simple yarn overs. And
This
yeah,
is
there's
what the yarn looks like.
many times of, Mom, I don't have the right number of stitches. And then it lands.
Fix it.
Oh, that's very much too washed
And then you go,
out.
I come to you and say, fix
Yeah,
it,
it's
please.
normally a case of she's dropped a yarn over.
It's time for me to show you where I was. Sorry, I moved the stitch mark. I remember counting. It was here. Where the stitch mark is was where I last showed it to you.
Progress keeper.
Progress!
There
Lots
you
of progress.
Right, so Rachel's going to keep up with that. What are you going to do? Half a repeat a day?
5 rows a day.
5 rows.
No. Anywhere from 2 to 5.
Oh, come on, you do a bit more than that.
But some days I have less time. Like I won't do any on Thursday and Friday. Because I'm at my friend's house Thursday.
You take your knitting with you.
No. And then, what do I want to do? My blanket, which I'm just going to have to show you the bag because I have somehow lost my blanket somewhere.
You've got a couple of long
Strips.
pieces that you need to sew together.
On.
What you must do is take this with the blanket with you to Shaylin's house because her mom can show you how to join them
I'm just going to show
together.
them.
With the one in between that you can go around.
I know how to do that. I figured it out the other
Oh,
day.
okay.
And this row I love. This is from the Scarf Branded.
That's cool. Yeah.
And
So you've got a blanket. That's what you're working on as well.
This is a long-term project, though.
It is. It's like my blanket, but Granny's doing it probably more on the whip
3.
than Rachel.
And then next one is this one. This I'm counting as most of my spinning I do a piece and then that is it done because it comes in the little balls. But this one I haven't finished half the thick piece.
And you've got a couple of those. It's what your
I've got a
dad
couple
gave
of
you for your
these, and I
birthday. Oh,
haven't-
careful there. Goodness me, why is it in such a tangle?
Because there's this piece.
So this is the unicorn
No,
Geeks like rainbows too. From Countess Blaze that your dad gave you for your birthday last year.
So
And is that all that's left? No, there's another whole...
This is 50 grams. This is 50 grams.
There were 400 grams.
Yes.
Weren't they?
Yes.
Your dad was a bit enthusiastic when...
He says I can make a jersey.
Well,
I thought of making a blanket.
maybe.
One of your blankets, just do the squares out of this. But this bit I didn't ply properly because there's like a...
That was when you were having more sort of plying issues. Hey?
And so this lives in my bag from Sally, which is supposed to be stiff down here, but you see I've used it so much it's very crunched. I've crunched it. And so this is
the problem is that you quite like chain plying now, but that was two ply.
But I'm gonna chain ply anyway.
Oh, okay. Won't that make a difference to how it looks? Or how thick it is? How are you gonna knit?
1, 2.
I suppose if you do the 100 grams, finish that with chain ply, with normal plying, and then the others you could chain ply, or you could use one in one project one way, and then anyway. Okay.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 piles of something, and then this one, which I need your help to do with the sleeves.
Ah, what's that, Rachel?
Something I haven't worked on in a year.
The kitty vertebrae. When Sally did the vertebrae along.
I'm handing this to you to do the sleeves. And here's the ball.
This was
I don't
in
know where
Norro.
the other ball is.
This was in the Norro,
Do you know
hey?
where the other ball is? I don't know what happened to
I
the
think
other
that
ball.
is the other ball, isn't it?
No, this is the first ball.
No, it's not. No way, that's the first ball. Yeah, the first ball ended there.
Oh.
That is the. That's
Here's the second ball.
Second ball, because we've just got the sleeves.
It's very rough and crunchy until it.
Apparently, it washes up much smoother.
So.
So this is Norro's singles. It's not a.
No.
It's no. Somebody said it's actually not singles. It is slightly plied.
It has some things in it. Yes, it is slightly plied.
But
it feels like a single.
Yeah. It is.
And that lives in this bag, this big bag, which was supposed to be for my blanket, but my blanket outgrew it before I even put my blanket in it.
And that you made?
Yes.
Or we made that one? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this one I haven't touched in ages. This is let me think, my Elephant by Heidi Bears. The pattern has been creased up in the bag. The Nelly by Heidi Bears. It's been crunched in half in my bag. The Nelly Elephant.
The African square elephant, yes.
Yeah, this was my first African square. It was a bit big. And then you can see my second African square. I try to keep them in here so they don't get lost. This was my second one. You can see the size difference. I changed hooks. And then this is the one I just did the other day, or maybe a few weeks ago.
And this is yarn from a swap,
yes.
Or from Aileen.
So this one is the size I want to do because then it doesn't have holes like these two.
Right. Are you going to do join as you go, or are you going to do?
I'm going to sew it together.
Do them and sew them. Oh, something went wrong there.
Where? I know.
Oh no, it's the colour that changed. Sorry, I thought.
Where did you go? Something went wrong?
There, but it's actually just the colour that changed. I thought, yeah, okay, cool.
The colour change is quite.
So what's the yarn?
The yarn is. I don't remember if it came with a label.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I don't remember.
Well, to show the ball of yarn.
Here's the yarn. The yarn was having fights with the ball winder, so it had to be in two things, and I tied a little bead on the one end so I could keep track of it.
That was from Aileen.
In my swap, where I got
the
lion bag, which is down here. My lion and Africa bag. So they all live in this bag that I got for my birthday from Sally Hall Diaries.
So this is number 6.
This is number 6. And they live in here. And then this one I haven't even ever showed on the podcast because it wasn't supposed to be shown. It was just, it's out of acrylic and it's fluffy.
What is it?
It's a square for Grant's blanket. I
Oh.
need to finish it and then I need to sew Grant's blanket together.
Hmm.
I worked out we need 7 more squares.
It needs to be crocheted. Huh?
So you need to make a few. So my plan was just to make a couple. And I like the way these colours and a soft feel.
It is very fluffy.
And we had a big box of acrylic somewhere in the cupboard.
Oh, I need to post some yarn to Elastic Mom, Catherine, who's doing a community project with ladies that are knitting, and she asked if people had extra yarn or whatever that they could donate to the ladies she was teaching in her community to do knitting, so they could do get some income. So I need to post that.
What type of yarn?
Anything, she said. So I've got some acrylic and I've
We've
got
a
some
box of
cotton, and I've got some needles that I'm not using that I can send.
And then this one is a slightly more recent one, but it's changed bags. I found
That's your...
my cowl. This is my one on... I struggle to knit this sometimes because it's on cubic needles, which are very different to me. They're cubes. But they're not that. So this is number 8. And this is opal sock yarn that I'm holding double.
I think that's in Circus, one of the Circus
One of the
colourways,
Circus
yeah.
And so this one lives in here. So that's number 8. And here is number 9. Number 9 I worked on yesterday. I'm so good. This is from
Bakewell Heart.
Yes.
The Christmas
I was trying to think what it was, something with a heart.
the Christmas box of
Things you gave
5
me.
different, what is it? I think it was a starter spinner thing that came with all sorts of different kinds of, so it's got some Rolex and some bats and some mini bats and various other little things.
So I opened up my mini bat and then I halved it, and this is part of it left. And then, because it came with 2 mini bats and they're 12 grams together, I think. So that's what it looks like. And they are living in my sheepy bag, my long spindle sheepy bag from Amelia. Number 9.
And what's that over there?
That is...
Oh, the rest. So bring that. That's the rest of the...
This is part of the thing, but I decided these don't count as things because
the rest of that.
These
Yeah, this is everything that was in the
bag.
fibre box.
This isn't all of it, but this is some of the little Rolex.
So did that also count towards that same work in progress?
No, because each one of these count. Each one of these, and then I stop spinning them, and then I will decide when I want to spin more of the Rolex. So each one's counted as one, so you see.
And that other pink over there that you haven't finished?
I've finished the 1/2 of that.
So it's 1/2 count. Isn't that still a whip though? It's still being...
I don't even know where that is. And I spun that in the beginning of my spinning. That was a bit of a disaster.
So don't you need to finish the other half? Then you could have a nice 50 grams.
It was not
So there are some spinning things that she's not actively spinning at the moment, but
they don't count as
that
whips.
full piece is not finished. So whether that counts.
I break it in half and I decide to spin the 1/2 rather than the other.
I suppose it's like knitting with 50 grams and having 50 grams
Grams
left,
left.
I guess. Maybe.
And so 9 altogether.
So there you go, Sally. That's Rachel's pile of whips.
And I get to challenge you back now.
What are you challenging Sally to do?
I'll think of it and I'll say at the end of the podcast. I haven't thought of it yet.
Oh, you've had 3 weeks.
And I still haven't thought of it.
Okay, so let me tell you.
See if that was 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So let's tell you a bit about my birthday. So if you don't like to hear about presents, or if you just
That's
hear
all
for
the knitting
the
stuff
knitting
done.
stuff, then yeah. I mean, there's going to be more yarn things and
At the
other
end.
stuff, but if you, yeah, anyway. So on my birthday, I woke up and I was in the kitchen busy making.
In your pajamas,
I was in my
not looking
pajamas.
very
Yes.
well.
I was making birthday cupcakes in the kitchen, and
The kitchen was a bit of a mess.
everything was a mess.
Mess.
Oh, it's just disaster zone.
And Papa kept on trying to hurry us to clean the house up that morning.
Anyway, so I got and I suddenly see
Papa's car whizzing in.
pulling back in the driveway, and I'm like, well, he went to work. Why on earth is my husband coming back
And he
home
kept
again?
on going, I need to go to work now, I need to go to work now, and hurrying Caleb so he could drop him off at Gran.
Yeah. So I couldn't, because the kids had done the birthday presents. So in the morning they come and sing to me, and then they bring the presents. We open them on the bed, and it was all very sweet. And then he dashed off to work, which was fine, because I mean that takes a bit longer in the morning. So I thought he just had to get to work. Then I thought, oh, I wonder if he's not feeling well, or he's left something behind.
And I step outside and there's someone else in the car.
And who walks into my kitchen but Sally, Wool Diaries? I think I might have screamed a
You
little
did.
bit.
No, you didn't scream a little bit, you screamed a lot of it.
Did I scream a lot of it? I got such a surprise. Well, such is like a shock, such a surprise. It was, yeah. So she flew up for the day, leaving her house at something like 4 o'clock in the morning to get the first flight down to Cape Town, and then I took her back to the airport in the late afternoon, and she got the last flight back again. So yes, it was all organized. I knew nothing about it. So yes, Emma took the day off work to do all the transporting and fetching and all the rest, and Sally's husband worked from home that day, and I have to say a very big thank you to her husband and her children for lending her to me for the day, because they had to do without their mum and all the things that she does, the fetching and the carrying and the extramurals and everything else. So yes, I was very grateful that they let her come to visit me. So that wasn't enough. So if it wasn't enough that she came all this way, she then came bearing an entire bag full of presents as well. I was like most thoroughly spoiled. So let me show you. So I got, these two are quite exciting. These are, she got one for me and one for her. They are gradient sets from Colourspun. If you can read that. The
writing is awful.
Let's say Colourspun. There we go. Colourspun gradient sets. So they are 650-gram merino sock wool. So they are about
how much?
430 meters altogether. So yes. And this one's in grey. One in grey and one in green. So there's the two sets together.
I think you must start a jersey with this one at the bottom.
Hold on. So now I have to think of how to use them. I would really like to do some sort of a jersey or cardigan or something.
What about you go like this?
So don't
turn it. You lift that this. So you knit up, and then you start. Then you turn from this one to this one and go up.
Oh, I don't know.
Because these two are very close in colour. This one's very light and that one's very.
Yeah, but they're not the same colour. One's a grey and one's a green.
Go from the one into the other and make a very long.
No, I wouldn't go like that. I would mix them. So I would.
What about?
I would do straps. So that one and then that one and then that one and that one and that one and that one.
What about the dark one and the dark one and then the light?
No, because then you'll end up with all the
light at the bottom, dark at the top.
Like that.
That way around, yes. two. That one, 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 that one.
The only issue is that if you're going to knit a sweater out of these or a cardigan or whatever, so you have to knit these. This is fine. First of all, you have to divide the ball in half because you want some on the body and some on the sleeves. And then the second half you have to divide in half again because each sleeve has to have the same amount on it. So it's a lot of, each ball has to be managed quite a lot to get all the colours, or you have to knit the body, and then when you split off for the sleeves, be knitting, have three needles, knitting everything at the same time, but you'd still have to have it on 3 different balls of yarn. Anyway, it's quite a lot of management, so I'm not sure. I really want to use it in the gradient.
Blanket.
Sally said a blanket, but I want to wear it.
No, blanket. And you can have the blanket on your couch. And then another blanket, your other blanket on that couch. And then your log cabin can go on that piece of this couch.
No.
Yes.
I want to make a garment. Haven't figured out how, but anyway, so these are my 2 gradient towers from Colourspun that she brought me. And then she brought me, so this one is Hedgehog Fibers, and I'm sure everyone knows Hedgehog Fibers. This is my first Hedgehog Fibers in the jelly
tot.
Jelly colorway.
Oh, I thought it was
No, just jelly.
tot.
Just jelly, and it's the sock. Oh, the sock yarn. Hedgehog Fibers, going the wrong way. And this is 400 meters, 90% superwash, 10% nylon, and from Hedgehog Fibers in the sock yarn. So this is the jelly, and it's very pretty, and it's very pink, and it's very lovely. So I like that very much. And mustache yarn, the perfect sock self-striping. So you get.
Does it stand for a mustache, or you mustache this yarn?
Mustache your yarn.
Like, not a mustache.
But it's a sort of, yeah, well, it's a slight play on words as well, I guess, because it sounds a little bit like a
and it's OCD
moustache.
socks.
It's OCD socks, so you get 2 exactly the same skeins of 50 grams. So you can knit your socks so that they will match exactly.
So you can have OCD socks.
I can have my first OCD socks, and this is in the Kama Sutra colorway.
What is Kama
20
Sutra?
even stripes. Some Indian book of love or something.
Oh.
So, I have my first mustache yarn, which is very cool. I haven't had mustache yarn before. So I've got 2 big names that I haven't tried before: Hedgehog Fibers and mustache.
This one looks a lot more.
It's just the skein
round.
a bit loose.
What
Then-
else is in the bag?
She got me a selfie stick. Apparently they called something else in America. They're very useful if you want to take photographs of yourself wearing a garment or something that you've knitted and you don't have someone else to do it for you. Then you can
You
wear
haven't
it.
fully extended.
Oh well. Anyway, I've never used one of these. And then you have to put your camera in. Oh,
And
you
go
all know
like
what a
that.
selfie stick is. We didn't need to extend it all the way. And when I did figure out they're quite useful is when Gina had one, where it was a group of us that met at her house, and then to take a group photograph. It is actually quite useful to have a selfie stick because then you can all be.
Know that they're banned.
Apparently yes, because people walk around looking at these and walking into stuff. What?
Otherwise, it's.
Right. So I got that, and then I got oops.
And it's quite clever. You can fit this in your bag.
This is one of those lip ices, like a lip balm.
I know
It opens up and then you can clip it on your handbag, and it looks pretty.
It's like an EOS, which is a type of lip balm I get exactly like this.
Twist and pouch. So then you can stick that on. And then I got this really cool necklace, which has 2. You can either have it on this red
thing.
stringy, or on
I like the chain.
the little chain one.
I like the chain.
And then inside, the most exciting part, is inside the little housey bit, you get all these little charms. And so it has a telephone, because Sally and I communicate most of the time on our phones. Sally and I have only ever actually met in person about 3 or 4 times. the majority of our friendship, which we communicate daily, is via WhatsApp or we phone or whatever. So we communicate all the time and talk a lot, but we don't actually get to see each other face to face very often. So there's a little telephone, and then there's a little friend circle, and then there's a little BFF
Boys. Can
charm
I
in
add
there.
more things?
And then there's some
Rainbows
more
and shoes.
little charms as well, a general little charm pack that has lipstick and shoes
Let's
and
see how much.
sunglasses and all the
Can't we
rest.
put all of them in?
No.
Oh.
So you can change it up and put various
Things
little ones
and
in.
it opens up.
It does, and then you can change them. So that was very cool. And then you will see this other lovely present that she gave me. This is called Knitlandia, A Knitter Sees the World by Clara Parks. And you will see that it even has my name in it. It says, For Sally. At this point, you just realize that Sally is literally jumping up and down, dancing as she's watching this, because she has lent this to me. But I said it's got my name in it. But she keeps pointing out that it says to Sally and not to Sally J. There are some people that just call me Sally. So I could be
Second name is
I
Jay.
could be forgiven for saying that it was for me.
I call you Sally.
No, you don't. You call me Mommy.
Yes, but if I refer to you, I would say my mum's name is Sally.
Okay. It depends. Some people use Sally, some people use Sally Jane, and it seems if you use the one, then that's what you tend to stick to. You know, like, just depends on what people are used to calling me, really. So,
I'm used to Sally, so I would say my mum is Sally.
so that was my bag of
No.
presents, and I will return Sally's Knitlandia book when I've read it.
What is that?
I'll get there. I'll get there. And then I got this. It's not knitting related, but I thought it was quite nice because it's definitely sort of a crafty thing. I got this from my mom for my birthday. It's a pendant. It's a glass blown pendant that we got.
To the place
With
in Hull,
the chocolate place, hey?
in the Spice Route.
Yes, and there was a glass blowing place there, and my mom got
You
this.
can watch them blow the
You
glass.
can, yeah. So my mum got that pendant for me, which I thought was quite nice because it's crafty, and so I would show you that as well. I'm not going to show you every birthday present I got, that'd be a bit ridiculous.
Well,
And then
yeah.
I got 2 presents on Ravelry, into my, 2 gifts from Ravelry. The one was the Bijou Canoe. I got them already on my phone,
I
so
like
they're really
that
just
name.
it's a cute name, hey? The Bijou Canoe is by Michelle
Michelle who?
Colleen, and basically what they are, they're very clever. They look like little canoes. They're little socks that look like little canoes almost.
You mean like they're slippers?
But what you do with them is that you put them inside of when you're wearing like little pumps and you want a bit of a sock inside. Look, she's pulled them up there so that you can see them sticking out, but you could tuck them in so that you wouldn't see them sticking out. You see? So they just go round your foot like a little.
If you made it with this tough heel.
And she
thing.
says you can make it with a very small amount of yarn.
You can do it with those leftovers from your Christmas socks because your Christmas socks have lots left over.
Yeah, so they're quite cute. So I'm going to try one of these. It's called the Bijou Canoe sockets, and it is using fingering weight, 150 meters, and that's on Ravelry. So that was the one present I got, and then Michelle designed these herself, and she sent them to me. And the other present I got was the Vitamin K cardigan, which I've wanted this for a long time, and this was cardigan, and that was sent to me by.
What's a vitamin K?
There is a vitamin K, but this is the toppy called vitamin K. It's like sunlight. You get vitamin K from the sun, so I suppose it was in a yellowy color.
And
It's
when
like
you
the
turned your
sunlight.
phone to show it, I was reflecting in this part.
So that is Amelia. My friend Amelia gave me that for my birthday. So thank you very much, both of you, for those patterns. That was really, really kind of you. And then I got a present in the post on Saturday. And
I
this
was here Saturday.
and this is from my friend Ushi that came to visit South Africa from Germany. And I met her in about February time, January, February time when she was here. And she made me a sewn together bag. Now, those of you that have been watching the podcast forever will know that very close to the beginning, I tried to make one of these for a swap. And mine was nowhere near as successful as this.
Why didn't you try
Ushi's sewing skills are far surpassed mine. So it is basically a bag, and then all these different pockets. Let me take the things. The different pockets have different fabric. So you see, like, there's one piece of fabric goes in and out, and then the next pocket, and the next one, and then each of the inside of bits of each of these pockets have another piece, and it's all quite, and then eventually concertinas all together, and then makes a bag with all of these little, each of these compartments slide open, and look, there's purples. It's pink on the outside, and then it's orange, because I like pink for my hair, and then orange, which is one of my favorite colors, and then purple, because I've got some new purple in my hair, and I really like purple and pink.
You
and
had
orange.
purple hair once, remember?
No, I've never had fully purple hair.
Not fully, but mostly.
No, I also did when I did the top in purple.
You did the whole top here in purple because
you see, so there's all the different little compartments.
Well, you had quite a bit of purple in your hair.
Like that. So isn't that gorgeous? So I absolutely love this. So she sent me this wonderful sew together bag. A sew together bag is a pattern that you can buy, I think it's on Craftsy, and then there's a little needle pad, where you can stick your needles in, with some stitch markers that she sent me, and then it all zips together in one of these roundy sort of zips, and it says handmade on the little zipper pull thingy. Oops, there we go. And so the whole thing then zips right round like that, and then the little label says Werkstaft Uschi. So I think that's Werk is Werkstaft. I don't actually know. My German's not that good.
You did.
There it is, made with love inside. Isn't that cool? Oh, I did German a very long time ago. I don't remember very much of it.
And then
I got some Lindt yogurt chocolates.
One with strawberry and vanilla, and one with just strawberry.
And I got some fruit bars. Oh, I nearly ate these. I hope you're impressed. Look, it was only Saturday and today's Monday, so I only had to wait 2 days not to eat this. But I so nearly opened one of these straight away, and then I thought, I think I can wait for 2 days.
And so now you have to
I hope you are very impressed with my amount of self-restraint in not eating all of those. And then she sent me some lovely tea. So I really like tea.
Have you tried the tea?
No, I haven't tried any of it. I just put it
there's so many of
I put it straight in the pile of stuff for the podcast. So this is a fruit tea. I can't actually read all the bottom of it. I'm not sure what it.
It's not. It's not English.
No, it's in German. I can read the fruit tea part. Fragrance or aroma something with Hollander Blumen and no, don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna taste it and I'm sure it'll be lovely because I love tea. So yes. Yeah. And then she sent me a really lovely card, which is on your zum Geburtstag, which is on your for your birthday. Oh. And a lovely little letter from my friend Ushi. I was so delighted. It was so kind of her. And some mini skeins, mostly orangey colour mini skeins, which are really gorgeous. I also almost started on one of these when I was doing my blankets this weekend. I thought I was going to put them straight into my blanket, and then I thought, no, I'll show them first, and then next time I can show you that some are straight into my blanket.
This is quite a nice idea for a makeup bag.
It is nice, and lots of people have made them for sewing bags, for makeup bags, project bags, notions pouches, all of those sorts of things. It's a very useful, pencil cases.
Oh, you have to make me one for my birthday for.
I really was not very good at Ushi's sewing, and putting it all together is so much better than mine. I can sew straight. Yeah.
But I could sew a curve. You could
Yeah, but
sew
it's a lot of
curve.
fiddly bits. You gotta hold all these bits together while you sew the binding round, and this bit slips out, and this bit doesn't line up.
You can get Granny to help you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't that good at it, but so I absolutely hugely appreciate the effort that it takes to make one of these that looks really nice. So thank you, Ushi. That was most kind of you, and I was absolutely delighted to receive that gift. So those were some of my presents from my birthday. So thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday. I had a really nice day.
Yeah.
Last few things. I published the New Day shawl. I wanted it before my birthday, and then it just didn't happen in time.
It happened the other day.
And then I was in hospital and etc, etc, etc. So I did it last week on the 7th of June. So those of you that don't know, this is the gradient colorway from Twisted Fiber Arts. And
I thought it was Twisted Fiber Works.
No, Twisted Fiber Art. And this is on the Muse base, and it is the Blaze colorway. And so this pattern is up on Ravelry until the 14th. There is a discount code. Just New Day. The words New Day is
the 14th is tomorrow, so you better have this.
Is it?
Yes, today is the 30th.
Oh, well, I will try to get this up so that you true, right. Anyway, I better put in a reminder on Instagram. Hey, so the New Day shawl is up, so you can go and purchase that. And then the knit along, the opposite knit along comes to an end at the end of this month. So you
I'm not
need
going to be done by then.
No, you're not.
And
the shawl that I was supposed to knit for the opposites knit.
What were you knitting?
Well, the one that I landed up sending to my friend instead of keeping myself, which was opposite to what it was supposed to be because it was supposed to be for me. And then the other opposite I'm going to count as this one because this is completely opposite to the kind of colours that I would normally knit. So that those are going to be my opposites for the opposites.
When did you start them though? Did you start them before in
the right time, yeah. The one was a Mother's Day cast on Mother's Day was in May, and the other one I started.
So when is Father's Day?
Either this weekend or it's the third. So this Sunday, the third Sunday, the first Sunday in May is Mother's Day, and the third Sunday in June is Father's Day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. May and June are just so busy for us. It's Mother's Day, then it's my birthday, then it's Mother's Day, Emma's birthday, my birthday, Caleb's birthday, and then Father's Day, all in the space of 2 months. We've got like these 5 things all together. So
After
anyway.
the big year, you had to have this
everything,
party,
yeah.
and then
a bit chaotic.
Quiet time, and then my birthday's at the end.
September, yeah.
The best thing is my birthdays are far apart from all of your birthdays, so I get to enjoy it with all the babies.
So the shawl is out. The knit along will be ending at the end of June.
But still lots of time.
Yes, that's lots of time to finish something or to start something.
You can start something if you're faster than me.
Yeah, because it's only what would we say the 13th, so you've definitely got half a month still to finish something. Yeah. We've got some very nice prizes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You've got half a month and 2 days.
Yeah. So if you can knit something in half a month and 2 days.
Probably about half a month by the time this is up.
Yeah, and by the time you've blocked it and got it ready to photograph and put it up. So yeah.
I would, even if it wasn't blocked, I'd photograph.
This is true. It doesn't have to be blocked to be finished. That's very true. That is, I think, all from us. Sorry, a little bit longer with that, all the update with all Rachel's projects and a little bit about my birthday. I
need to give Sally a challenge.
Okay.
Your challenge is to drink rooibos tea on the podcast, and you must show it's the rooibos tea bag in the cup.
Just plain rooibos tea or flavoured rooibos tea?
Normal rooibos tea.
Plain rooibos tea?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I know she quite likes some of the flavoured rooibos tea.
With no milk, no sugar, plain rooibos tea. In the cup on your podcast.
Okay. I have nothing to do with this. You two leave me out of your little challenges, yeah? Thanks for watching, and we will be with you again next week.